So we're going to talk about the difference between a certificate program and a certification program. They are both very valuable pieces of information to have, but what the difference is a certificate program is one that actually has an individual go through a course of study. And at the end of that course of study, they provide some sort of examination. So basically, it's like going to school and you have passed the test. But that test is only relevant to that particular school. So you can't, for instance, go to high school A and graduate from high school A if you've only taken the test from high school B. So that's how a certificate program works. It's that particular school. So a lot of schools out there will use the word certification because they're saying that their people are certified or they're certifying them as something. Unfortunately, in the United States, that use of that word certification is quite loose, and it's not legally defined by the government. So what we have is that we have courses of study, which are certificate programs, but then often use the word certification or certificate after they've graduated. The problem comes is then what do we call those people who have independent certification? So they have passed a test or tests, depending on how many they may have to go through, and they actually have provided a core base of knowledge. That's very different from going through a school. So for instance, in order to pass the CPA exam or Certified Public Accountant, you can go to any number of schools and gather that knowledge. But you still have to be able to meet a minimum standard. So in the dog training industry, we have lots of schools available that may provide a certificate or some sort of graduate sort of designation to their people. But there's only one independent psychometrically sound certification program available. It is an international program, but most of its certificates are in the United States, and that is the Certification Council for Professional Dog Trainers. That group is only a certifying body, and that is a group that sets certain standards for dog trainers. So it says that they have to have knowledge about specific core areas, like instruction skills and how to speak to people. They have to understand learning theory. They have to understand equipment and its uses. They have to understand husbandry and some basic health concerns. So they have to be tested on all those things. So they have a written test and they have a skills assessment. Both of those are available to anyone who's willing to take them. It doesn't matter where you go to school. You can take those exams. If you pass them, then you are a certificant, which means that you have met their minimum standards for entry level into the industry. Then you will be certified at that point. So that's why it's a certified professional dog trainer, because truly you have met the standards to enter in at an entry level in the industry. But not everyone who takes or goes to a school actually passes a certification exam. So again, it also levels the playing field. So you don't have to have gone to a school. As long as you've studied hard on your own, you can take that certification exam and pass. It doesn't matter where you get your knowledge. What matters is that you have it, you understand it, and you can apply it. So those are your differences between a certificate program and a certification program.